Hi, and welcome back. So in this problem, we're going to be doing problem number 26 out of the first recitation for signals. And the problem is this. Which of the following three traces has the highest frequency? Which has the lowest frequency? Which has the highest amplitude? So hopefully you remember that pretty much frequency means how many times in a given second a signal is going to repeat. So if I have a high frequency, it means that the signal, if this is my time axis, if that's time, it means that the signal is going to repeat a whole bunch of times over a given span of time. However, if I have a low frequency, and again this is time, it means that the signal is going to pretty much not repeat as often. That's basically what frequency means. How frequently does the signal repeat over a given amount of time? Does it repeat very often, very frequently over a given amount of time, or does it repeat less frequently over a given amount of time? So that's pretty much what you're looking for. We can also see, and this is important when you're doing these types of problems, a lot of times if these types of problems are on an exam, it's a problem. The real challenge is just reading the time axes, and hopefully you can see all of these problems have got the same exact time axes. So this 1 extends all the way throughout the problem, that 2 extends all the way throughout the problem. So the time axis is the same. If this was, maybe on an exam, the time axis for the milligraph would be different than the other two or something like that. But it's not. We've got the same time axis, so we can just, hopefully you can see we can solve this by inspection. Which of these traces has the highest frequency means which repeats the most often in a given amount of time. And hopefully you can see it's this one. This signal is just going crazy. It's just repeating a whole bunch of times in 1 second. You could even say, if I want to count how many times it's repeating, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So this signal is going to repeat 5 times in every given second. So another way of saying that is this B signal has got a frequency of 5 hertz because that signal repeats 5 times a second. I can do the same thing up here. I can see that this signal is repeated once, twice. It's repeated 2 times in 1 second. A, the frequency, is 2 hertz because it's repeated twice in 1 second. And then finally down here, I can see that my graph C, the frequency, it is only repeated once in 1 second. The frequency is 1 hertz. So now, which has the highest frequency? Hopefully you can tell that's B, right? The graph, it repeats the most times. You can tell it's also kind of, this isn't the best way to judge it, but it's the busiest graph. So you can hopefully just sort of solve this by inspection, that graph B has the highest frequency. So graph B, high frequency. The next question, which has the lowest frequency? So again, hopefully you can see, again, by by just inspection, which one of these repeats the least often. And hopefully you can see that that's graph C, right? It repeats only 1 time each second. It takes a full second to repeat. This one would repeat 5 times in a second. This one would repeat twice in a second. So graph C has got the lowest frequency. And then finally, the last thing that they want us to answer is which has the highest amplitude, and all of these have got the same exact amplitude. They all go from +1 to -1, so they are all equal. So none of these has the highest amplitude. They all have equal amplitude. So anyway, hopefully you found that useful, and I guess I'll see you in a future video. Thanks for watching.